switch in my veins, carbon fiber blood stain, telemetry screaming, I'm not just a driver, I'm a weapon. Grip the wheel like a vice, every apex sacrifice, brake late, dive deep, I see your fear, it's mine to keep. Burn it down, build the crown, this league don't play, we tear it out. Throttle pulse, no remorse, we race to break the course.
Only a handful of tracks inspire as much adoration and nostalgia in the hearts of F1 fans as this one. This historic circuit awaits you. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RMPT Titans Division. In the comms box with me tonight, we have Mr. H-Town. H-Town, how are you today, mate? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So this is the Titans division of RMPT. It is the best of the best that we have here. I think we start with the Scuderia, don't you reckon, H-Town? We've got Broadstar F1 in there, and we've got Apollo Pepsi. I'm going to let you take the rest of the grid.
We have Fat Cat, and we have RJ, and we also have in the kicks, we have Flubber, who is a very special friend of mine, and we have It's Toddy, and of course, the one and only Cambell Adams in the RB, and MJ Rolla. And am I forgetting anybody? Oh, the Alpines. How could you forget about the Alpines with Ryan Cox and Gary? The Aston Martins with Lockie and Wigan Moist. So, and last but not least, actually might be least as a brand. I don't know these guys. Every Titan here is a great driver in here. We all know that.
We do
these
know
guys,
that.
Yeah, these guys are so fast. We have Plugger in the Mercedes, and I think that rounds up the whole grid right now. I hope I didn't miss anybody.
No, I don't think you did, but we've actually got Flubber starting his lap in the kick Sauber. He has taken turn 1 and 2 beautifully. Now let's jump on board to have a look at see what is Flubber doing here today. It is wet, but is it wet enough for the wets? It doesn't look like. All the drivers are on inters. How would you change your driving style in the wets? And it looks like actually Flubber has just locked up.
That's exactly how I would change my driving style. You know, if I was driving in the rain, that's exactly how I would look. I wouldn't expect that from Flubber since he's 100 times better than me at driving. You know, but I think what's going to happen is the more cars go out to the track renewal, as you know, there's going to be a dry line. And these guys are probably going to set times on these inters that are my PBs, my personal best. So I'm just trying to see if I can learn something, really.
Absolutely.
It's really going to be, these guys are so fast, so freaking fast.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, here, Monza, for those who don't know, is the fastest circuit in Formula One with an average lap speed exceeding 250 kilometers an hour. Now, what does that mean, H-Town? That means that you've got to put your balls on the line around Monza, and that's what the drivers are going to do today.
Yes, and a special fact about Monza, it is also the circuit with the most passion. There's no place like Monza on the calendar. The heart and soul of Italy lies in this place. And when Ferrari wins, there is nothing like it. and hopefully we get to see that today. So we're ready to go. Flubber is going to go for 2 outlaps, I guess that was, going out of that chicane. And I have trouble with that chicane every time, but these Titans, man, they make everything look so easy.
They
As he's
do.
going, and you can take over for the rest of this lap, Ranieri. See,
Man.
I brought him bad luck.
Well, I just can't, like, Brodster just hit a 27.4 out qualifying Fat Cat at the moment. Now, we know that they are two good mates. They practice together, they hang out together, which is fantastic. But we are going to jump on board with a fan favourite in Ryan Cox. He's coming towards the end of Sector 3. Let's see how he takes this. He's going to hug the right side line, gets the wheel not onto the grass, but onto the curb. He's going to open up the car. ERS is on, keeping it tight, making the track as short as possible. Ryan Cox is crossing the line at a 27.5, which means Jono is currently our fastest driver at the start of short quali.
I really don't even know what to say, because I really don't know where this time is coming from. In the wet. It honestly makes me want to give up the game. I'm looking at my sim, and a part of me is like, it motivates me to be as fast as these guys. But there's that 1% of me, Ranieri, that wants me to throw it out the window behind me. Because these guys are just so talented, man. Oh my gosh.
I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Like, a 27.3 in the wet is unbelievable. We can obviously see Jono, Brodstar, Ryan, Fat Cat, all in the 27s early. Do they know something the other drivers don't? I'm not sure. But if you can see here, there is a dry line forming. So as quali goes on, we should see those times plummet. Now, we have Mr. Cambell Adams, who is going to be hopefully starting his lap soon. We will be jumping on board with Cambell Adams. Let's have a look to see what he can do. H-Town, I want you to take this one away, mate.
All right, let's look at Cambell Adams here. Oh, he's the last one to set a lap time. He's coming out of the Curva Grande. Parabolica, excuse me. How'd I miss that one? Going down this straight, you have all the time in the world to think about where you're going to brake here, what you're going to have for dinner afterwards, what pizza place you're going to go to. There's really only one choice, the margarita pizza. He's going to take that first chicane perfectly. I'm trying to take notes over here at the same time. And he's just going to go through the Curva Grande now. And you can see the dry line forming right now, Ranieri. So I think these guys are going to go faster and faster and faster once this qualifying gets down to like the 4-minute mark. This chicane I always have trouble with. Cambell Adams makes it look so easy. He probably has his eyes closed doing that. He's going to go to the 2 Lesbo corners so perfectly. I thought he was going to run a little wide, but he's just carrying so much speed. Okay, then he's going to go to the Lesbo 2. And then the famous Ascari chicane is coming up next. Now, I think I take this so beautifully, it's almost mesmerizing. But I haven't seen these guys take it yet. And so he's going to take it out wide and just throw the car in there. And, and I hope I'm not stepping over the line or anything. But I think a Ferrari looks better going through the Ascari chicane than this Visa Cash App RB. But, Cambell Adams does do it justice with how fast he's taking this thing. He's got all the time in the world to take it to the Parabolica right here. Oh my gosh, I think he's gonna be high up there, Ranieri.
I agree with you. I agree with you. The ARS is on, man. He's burning. He's gone to the inside. Let's see. Cambell Adams sets a 26.9, which is 0.2 faster than Fat Cat at the moment. But the thing is, with the wet weather, what we're going to see is we're going to see the drivers just stay out. They're going to do a hot lap, then they're going to recoup, take a deep breath, and then they're going to go again. As we see Jono with a 26.5, Ryan Cox with a 26.7, which is just unbelievable speed from the drivers here today. Unbelievable speed. Now, H-Town, did you know, mate, Monza, oldest track still in use on the F1 calendar, first hosting the Italian GP over 100 years ago. There is history, there is passion, there are Ferraris, and here at RMPT there are Titans, and that's what matters.
Oh, it's just a very special place. There's no place like it. I went last year. I cried when Charles Leclerc won. And it's just a very special place, especially when you have people like these guys going out there. Every single one of these drivers is at the top of their game right now. I mean, if you just look at the point spread, I mean, my best time, I wouldn't even make this on the grid. I'd probably be 30th. It's so.
I was just thinking that. I was looking at the times in the wet, and I'm like, if I was out here trying to qualify, they'd have to add another 5 spots for me because I'd probably be 25th.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, this is. I'm literally, my jaw is on the floor right now watching these guys. But it also brings up a point, Ranieri, that I think a lot of people are overlooking. If the weather in the race is sunny, there could be a lot of big strategies going out there because they're gonna have 3 sets of softs that never got used, and so it's gonna be kind of cool to see what these guys choose with 8 minutes left to go in the quali session.
It's true. So we're going to jump on board with RJ. He was a late in, so he is a Titan here at RMPT, but due to some commitments, he cannot go full time, but he has been able to grace us today. So we are on board with RJ, just seeing him sort of go around Monza. ERS is open. I'm hoping this is a hot lap because I can't really tell. It looks like it because the ERS is absolutely burning. The raindrops are hitting that hat. It's gone from bright white to sort of a cool grey as the gloomy weather in Italy is doing its thing. He's taken, I think this is a Scuderia. I don't know the tracks, the turns too well, but I'm hoping it is. But the ERS is getting absolutely burnt. He's going to cook that battery all the way to the final right-hander before he ends up on the straight here at Monza. He's gone into 4th, get the rotation, go for it, interrupt away.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Bronza just at a purple sector 2 getting a tow from RJ in the Ferrari. So that he might go he got a tow all the way in the back straight. He goes 2nd place. Oh my God, I'm sorry. He got
this is unbelievable.
He got a tow all the way through Ascari.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just so excited. Seeing a Ferrari go through the Scuderia is just, there's nothing like it.
This is unbelievable. There's so much going on. And to the viewers, I have to apologize if I'm not too quick on the cars, if I'm not sort of changing them as quickly as possible. I do apologize. I'm just in awe with the lap times and the sort of the integrity that we're seeing coming out of the cars here today. So we've got Ryan Cox in the pit. We've got Lockie in the pit. Will Sparks is in the pit. Apollo's in the pit. Plugger's in the pit. You're going to see the drivers hopefully starting to come into the pits towards in the next minute or so as they gear up for the final laps. Now, are they going to come into the pits, chat? Let me know. Or are they going to be warming up those inters, getting them up to temp, releasing the fuel, getting that car as light as possible, and then giving it all they've got? Tell me in the chat. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Uh-oh. I think somebody's off. Somebody's off at the first chicane.
Yeah, that looks like it was Apollo.
No, it wasn't Apollo.
No.
It was Toddy. Don't bring that to Monza on Ferrari right now. Don't even say that. Don't even say that.
I apologize.
No, I think he took it a little too fast and a little too hot and just lost the back end. However, he got it right back. It doesn't look like he has damage at all. Actually, it probably wasn't even Toddy. It probably was the Ferrari. Let me see.
I've got no idea, but what I do have an idea about is we've got Cambell Adams currently leading the leaderboard at 25.8, Jono at 25.9, Fat Cat with a 26.1. I'm not going to keep we've got Cambell Adams with a 5-place grid penalty, so even if he does take pole, he will be starting in 5th.
Flubber's on the hot lap. Why don't you go to Flubber?
Yeah, let's have a look at Flubs. Let's go all the way down to Flubs at the moment. He would not be happy with the 29.2, the OFI reserve driver at the moment. We are going to go with a hot lap. We are going to go on board with Flubber. If you are in the chat, watch how these drivers are using their management. Watch how they're using their throttle control. You can learn a thing or two as that green machine is flying down the back straight at Monza here. Ascari is coming up. The sweat is dripping for Flubber. The nerves are about to impede. He's going to go into 4th. To get the rotation. He can't invalidate. He doesn't invalidate. Here he goes towards the end of Sector 3. Is Flubber going to improve? I've got absolutely no idea. H-Town, take it away for the final corner. I can't do this with Flubber doing it.
He was 1.7 seconds faster in Sector 2 than his old time was. He's going to Parabolica. He's, Parabolica, I don't even care. I'm just trying to see Flubber get a good time. Let's see, he goes all the way to the foundation, and he goes 7th, and I know he's not happy about that, but, better than 19th, though, that's for sure.
You're right. So Flubber has just completed his lap. Now, he does have time to go around again. So is that going to be the strategy? I just want to see what's going on here. We've got Fat Cat, who is on a lap. That looks like he's starting a lap. No, he's coming into the pits. He's going to put a fresh set of tyres on. Wicked Moist looks like he's just finished his lap and is in 5th. Let's go on board with Apollo Pepsi. That is a great call, H-Town. You are the yin to my yang. He's got a purple sector 2. It's a Ferrari. We know you love Ferrari. Take it away, H-Town.
Look at that coming up the story. Oh my gosh, this is too much. This is too much. I love it. Oh my gosh. And it's not even the best looking Ferrari, but it's still the best looking car on the grid, even on their off days. So here he goes, coming around the Parabolica. Look at that throttle control, blitz on the battery. Oh my gosh, just take those HP logos off and put more Ferrari logos. But here he goes across the line. And
Apollo goes Paul! Apollo
go.
goes Paul, ladies and gentlemen. The man with TTV in his name is showing everyone why he's a media star. That is unbelievable from the Scuderia. Oh my days. Oh my days, that is beautiful.
Let's go. Let's freaking go, man. Let's go.
Janino, you're right. That is Apollo as he's currently on pole. We have a question in the chat from Kana846. H-Town, what is a dippet? I've got no idea.
I have no idea what a dippet is either. In America, I guess a dippet would be a pothole in the road, which Monza does not have. So I don't know where that question was going.
I've got no idea, but thank you, Kana.
I'm sure I'm making myself look like an idiot or something because I don't know what that is. I'm sure people are laughing at me right now. But it doesn't matter because Ferrari's on pole, and I don't care.
Well, we don't know how long that's going to be.
Not yet, you're right.
Ryan Cox in the pink machine is coming around. I hope this is Parabolica because I'm just taking your lead here. He's on that dry line. He's now on that wet line. That ERS is burning. That track is as short as possible. Is his time as short as possible? Yes, it is. Ooh. Ryan Cox, 25.263. That is unbelievable from Ryan Cox in the pink machine. Does he have time to go around again? I think he does. I don't know if he's going to. We need to jump on board with some other drivers. Dante has gotten no love here from us whatsoever. So let's have a look to see what Dante's doing. It doesn't look like he is burning. It looks like he's just releasing some fuel and getting that car as light as possible. Oh, MJ's on a lap. We've got MJ in the Visa Cash app. MJ is on a lap.
Let's see. Let's go to MJ. Like all these times right now, I think they might get into the 24s. If they get into the 24s, I'm actually gonna be really upset.
Oh, if they get into the 24s, guys, I'm closing the stream. I'm deleting my game. We're calling it a day. We're done. We're done here.
We're done here.
MJ goes into second. Oh, the qualified driver. Oh my days. Oh my days, I can't handle this. This is not good for my heart. If my cardiologist is listening to this, I hope to God he is not hearing how excited I'm getting about the Titans here. Oh, wow.
Oh, Apollo Pepsi just started. I mean, not Apollo Pepsi. Broadstad just started the lap. Apollo Pepsi is going through sector 2. I think there's a lot of people starting laps right now. We have Gary. Oh, I thought he was coming down. Let's see, making noise. I'm trying to see somebody who's about to cross the line. Let's see.
Well, while we wait, we're going to have the Ferrari on screen. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, Jux is starting a lap. Okay, we'll just go to the Ferrari then. I don't want to give too much Ferrari bias, but it's okay because it is Monza. What are we talking about here?
You're right. Monza is the home of Ferrari. So just for the viewers at home, Ferrari has raced Monza more than anywhere else. It's their hometown. It is their spiritual home. The crowds are covered in red. The sea of fans are known as the Tifosi. And here we have the Tifosi, the Scuderia going through Ascari. Let's jump on board for the final sector. Let's hope he doesn't invalidate. But Broadstar has a purple sector too. He's going to make that car go as wide as possible. The ERS is getting burnt. He's going to go on the wet line to cool those tyres down. And now it comes down to Parabolica. What will he do? Is the braking point perfect? Is the rotation perfect? There's a bit of a hiccup. There's a little bit of confidence lacking from that Ferrari, but it doesn't matter because the battery is going to be burnt to zero. Will the lap time go? The lap time is a 25.1. We have a Ferrari on pole here at Monza, ladies and gentlemen. That is unbelievable from Broadstar. Wow.
Well, we have a lot of people. We have a lot of people that are going to be finishing these laps right now, so he might not keep it. But what a lap! 25-1. How the hell are they doing this in the rain?
That is unbelievable. We are on board with It's Toddy in the kick. Let's see what It's Toddy can do here.
Let's see It's Toddy. Where's he? Coming around Parabolica. Will Sparks in third. Wow. Okay, let's see It's Toddy. It's Toddy goes ninth. Who's next? Oh my God, everybody's about to finish the lap right now. Lucky 25.7. Jeez, Lockie, that is awesome.
Lockie with a 25.7. That's unbelievable. We're going to jump on board with Cambell Adams as Cambell Adams is coming around Parabolica. He's got 10% ERS. He has flicked that wheel as hard right as possible.
Oh.
He's lost control. The rears have been lost. The Visa Cash App is sliding all over the shop. Let's see what...
On
Oh,
Ryan 24.9. Oh my
God. 24.9. Oh, wow.
Cambell Adams.
And he's done a 24.9 while losing the rear. Cambell Adams has done a 24.9 while losing the rear. We have 4 thousandths between first and second. And then Jono, 10 thousandths into third. Broadstar fourth. Will Sparks fifth. MJ sixth. Apollo into seventh. Lockie eighth. Dante ninth. Gary hitting a 26. Now, Gary is a controller player. We call him mozzarella fingers because there is not a man in the world that has fingers more nimble than Sir Gary. Tyrone should be very proud of himself as he has done a 26 flat, let's call it. Toddy with a 26-1. Fat Cat is in the pits. He has called it a day. Plugger, the veteran, the man who has taken a 9-week break, has decided to put his confidence and his ego aside, and he has decided to come back and race in the Titans division. Wigged a late in with a 26.4. Flubber with a 26.5. And RJ rounding off the grid. Oh, we got Jux that's rounding off the grid. But wowee, what a grid we have, H-Town. Whew.
Well, I guess that's it for me in this game, Ranieri.
Yeah, I'm done here.
I think I'm pretty much done here. This is ridiculous. I'm done. I'm done. How are they getting into the 24s on wets? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh.
I don't understand.
When you see the skill gap, Ranieri, like what we're looking at now, this is like standing on the bottom floor of like the Empire State Building or the Burj Khalifa and looking up and looking and seeing the top. There's no way you can even see it. That's the gap we're looking at right now.
Oh man, it's unbelievable. But we're gonna have to take a deep breath here. We have the race. The Retifilo chicane at turn 1
There we go.
is one of the most iconic and chaotic starts every single year. Whew.
And
I'm nervous.
the Italian son decided to make an appearance. So they're gonna have a lot of mixed strategies, I think, because they have softs. They actually have all their dry tires. None of them use their dry tires. So it's actually gonna be pretty interesting what these strategies are. So
what are the strategies? What are the strategies here, H-Town? What, like, obviously Monza needs to be a one-stop, right? But are you starting on the hards? How long are you going to push the hards? Are you starting on the mediums? Does it depend on where you are in the grid? Tell me sort of what your thoughts are around the strategy.
You know, I would tell you my thoughts, Ranieri, if I wasn't racing tomorrow. And so, yeah, you know, I am racing tomorrow, and I would answer that question. I would answer it, but I'm racing tomorrow.
Well,
and so I don't want to give up my strategy.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand. But while we have a little bit of time, I'm getting told by Juninho to breathe. I'm getting told by Kano to breathe. I'm getting told by Peanut to breathe. How, mate? This track is just breathless. It takes your breath away. This is unbelievable. Oh, but yeah, my cardiologist absolutely would be having a heart attack at the moment. But I'll tell you now, I reckon I'm not far off. H-Town, if I suddenly go silent, first thing you do is call 000. The second thing you do is you keep commentating, my friend.
Perfect. Do y'all have 911 in Australia? What do y'all have? What's the number? The emergency number?
It's 000, which is essentially like Ryan Cox's pole position time.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
That is cold blood. we have. Well, in America is 991 like my time in the drive.
Oh, we're starting. We're starting. Engines roaring, hearts are pounding. Welcome to the Temple of Speed here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. They are off. We've got Ryan Cox, who's gotten a great start. Jono has got a great start, but Jono has picked Ryan Cox. Here we come to turn 1. Oh, I don't know what to do here.
It looks actually really clean, Ranieri. It looks really clean, actually.
Oh, no. We've got a car that's around. We've got a Mercedes that's around. I think that's Plugger that's around, and we've got Tyrone that has gotten the worst of it. Flubber has made his way up. Whew. H-Town, take it. I'm going to do the camera. You take the comms. This is unbelievable.
I'm still at the front right now. This front is actually really clean. They're staying together. Oh my gosh. I think now they're all gonna get in formation. There's not gonna be too many risks right now. They're just gonna bring in their tires. It's Toddy getting shoved off right there by Lockie. Lockie with the elbows out. Okay, I didn't know Lockie had that in him. But here we go. Now the formation starts, and they're just gonna get settled in now. And I think that's what you're going to see differently from Titans Ranieri than you're going to see from a Div 1, from a Div 2, obviously. Is these guys are very calculated when they drive. They're not going to make stupid decisions or crazy risks. You know, they're just going to, I think what's going to happen is they're just going to get to the end of the race. And then the last 2 to 3 laps, the gloves are off. And so I think that's what's going to happen now.
I agree with you. There's an interesting call here with Cambell Adams. He got the 5-place grid penalty and he started on the hards. He's surrounded everyone with mediums. Is that the strategy call from Cambell Adams in the Visa Cash App? There's only one way to find out, and that is by tuning in here. This is unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this Ferrari just spun out. No, please don't tell me that. I think it was Apollo Pepsi just spun out a little bit, but he saved this. He's still in 8th place. You know, the thing about Apollo Pepsi is he just has the mindset. He'll make a mistake, forget about it, just keep going. And I think that's what separates these Titans from a lot of drivers, actually. I think that a lot of them have that, you know, that skill. You know, you've engineered me before, Ranieri. I make one mistake, I bring it with me through the whole race.
Absolutely. Mindset is a massive thing here in F1. Now, the mindset that I want to talk about, right, is we have an entire grid in a DRS train. So, for the viewers, it might not make for overly exciting racing, but what we're going to see here from the Titans is we're going to see fake little dive bombs, trying to take an inside line, trying to get into the head of the drivers in front. Now, I want to jump on board with MJ Roller, because MJ Roller, he was actually out of DRS about a sector ago, and he's used a lot of his battery to get there. Now, he's surrounded by Will Sparks in front of him, who has got a lot more battery than he does, and Fat Cat, who is currently burning. But we've got Dante on the mediums, who have just taken the fastest lap. There can't be any hesitation here. There cannot be any hesitation here in Monza, as we've got Jono, Coxie, Broadstar, Campbell, and Will Sparks all trying to break away from MJ, and I think they have just done it. That is the sever of the DRS train, where we will see MJ get eaten alive, unfortunately. So if you're MJ H-Town, what are you going to do?
You're asking a Div 2 driver. I don't even know. These guys know a lot more than me. I think right now you're just gonna have to put your head down and just, you know, with the guy behind you, just use each other for DRS to try to catch up to this pack, because, you know, these guys are just gonna keep going. I really don't think we're gonna see a safety car here. Actually, I'll make that prediction. It's so crazy too, because if you watch them go through Ascari, you watch them go through Parabolica, they all take the same line, and it's so precise. It's just those little things where you find a 10th here, you find a 10th there, you find a 10th there, and then they end up going 10 seconds faster than me.
You're right.
And they're qualifying. Look at them all in a single file line, and there's Cambell Adams going on Broadster.
We did miss that, unfortunately, but he did on the hard tyres. Look, with Monza, you don't just pass at Monza, you have to make a statement, and that is what Cambell Adams is doing. He got a 5-place grid penalty, and he's trying to make move on those hard tyres. Now,
watch this turn one. Watch this turn one. There's 4 cars going wide. Oh, they got back in single file.
Yep, smart.
That's what we're saying at the very beginning, is every move is calculated. They're not going to make risky moves and ruin their race. These guys are too smart. They're too skilled. Broadster just took the place back from Campbell, so these guys here, you're just going to see good, clean, skilled racing here.
It's something important, right? You don't just pass at Monza. You have to make a statement. And Campbell made that pass on Broadstar, but I don't think the statement was made, because Broadstar has taken that position straight back. That Ferrari is on the absolute limit. It is dancing at around 350 kilometers an hour at a top speed. That is not something you can teach. You cannot teach bravery at that point. And Broadstar has been working very hard on his abilities in this game and on his times, and you can see that paying dividends for him, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, it's so funny too, because we were practicing earlier. I think it was a couple weeks ago, right when the teams were announced, and Broadster came in, and I guess he had a family emergency, or it was something he had to go do. So he came, he sets one lap in our short quali. It was like a 27.5. I've never even seen that before, and then he had to go, and the whole time I couldn't even get within 2 seconds of that time. The skill gap is just so crazy. But it's not only the skills in here, it's the decision making. And it's always the right decision with these guys. Nope, I'm not going to pass here. I'll pass on the next straight. It's so calculated. What it is they're not desperate to pass. They're so confident in their skill that they know they're gonna get them on the next lap, and it's really really cool to see because all these guys are separated by tenths of a second.
Yeah, we're talking about tenths here. You know, it's if you blink at all, you're going to miss the move here. But chat has just pointed out that Cambell Adams has got wing damage. And if we look closely, that right end plate is missing. It is gone. Now, at Monza, you are running around at an average speed of 280 kilometers an hour. Downforce is the epitome of the F1 car around this circuit. And Cambell Adams is missing some of it. So it's going to take a real driver to be able to nurture that car. And he's made the strategy call of being on the hards. So it's not like he can just sort of let it go for the next 6 laps. He needs to make a strategy call here as Cambell Adams is trying to make the inside move on Broadstar. Cambell Adams, Broadstar, side by side. Cambell Adams makes the move on Broadstar, but is Broadstar going to take that back? What is Broadstar going to do coming into turn 1? We're going to jump on board with the Ferrari. It is a home race for the Ferrari. It deserves all the respect. H-Town, take us through the turn 1 for Broadstar here.
It is just in formation. You know, I don't think these guys are going to push their tires too much. You know, he's probably very calm in the car. You know, he got passed. All he has to do is keep in the DRS and just keep passing each other. And I think, you know, the more I watch these guys, and the more I race, I think I just start putting the pieces to the puzzle together. You know, I think that these top 5 are whenever they were separating from MJ Rolla to top 7. You know, if you're one of these top 7, you'd rather be around 7 cars than 18 cars. So once that DRS train breaks and they get farther up in the pack or they get farther up on the track, they separate, and then the last lap starts to come in, the strategy starts to come in, and then that's when the gloves come off. But right now, they're just killing time. They're just setting ridiculous lap times, and it's just I'm really upset, but I'm also at awe at the same time. I really can't even describe it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, it's just so crazy how fast these guys are. And I do have a question here. Does Ferrari Garage have coordinated helmets for this week's races? We do not. These Titans do whatever the hell they want. With how fast they are, I can't tell them what to do. They tell me what to do. So,
H-Town,
I do a lot more listening around them.
It's true. Let's give a bit of a recap to the viewers. So we have Jono currently leading, Ryan Cox in second, Cambell Adams with wing damage on the hards with a different strategy, Broadstar into fourth, Will Sparks, Dante, Fat Cat rounding off our first set of DRS trains. Then we've got a battle between MJ Roller and It's Toddy, and it seems like that's going to be the battle that we need to watch. But MJ has just dropped out of DRS while It's Toddy is trying to make up DRS on Fat Cat. So Toddy needs to make a statement here. He needs to really make a statement to get back into the DRS, and he has. Then we move on to essentially the second pack. We've got Flubber leading the second pack, Wicked Moist behind him in DRS, Apollo Pepsi, Lockie, Gary, and Plugger, all with penalties. Tyrone, who got in a bit of a bingle at the start of the race, but it doesn't look like he got any damage, which is great. So we're going to see what the McLaren driver can do. RJ in 17th in the Haas, and Jux rounding off the grid in 18th. Chat, do we want to see any penalties? Do we need to see anything? I'm not too sure. We have a comment from Dippet. Could this be Coxie's big break? I think it is. I can't even read it. I'm not too sure. Jono's a great driver. Jono is a phenomenal driver. But let's jump on board with Ryan Cox while we see what he can do with Jono here.
Can I just bring attention to something?
Yes.
Flubber and Fat Cat are up 6 positions right now in the 8th lap. These guys are just making moves right now, especially with the lap 1 incident with Flubber dropping down to last place almost, coming up all those spots. It's so crazy because it's so calculated, and I know I've said that a lot, but it's so quiet that they, you know, it's not a loud move, it's not audacious, it's just clean and simple. And these guys it's just clean racing, man. It's just so awesome to see. And so let's see if there's any action going on.
I'm going through and I'm trying to have a look.
I have a question for you, actually.
Yes.
So when you race, did you start on the mediums or the hards? I forgot. I think it was the mediums, correct?
Well, I wanted to start on the mediums, but the game wouldn't let me, so I started on the hards. Now, I think the hards can go about 17 laps to 20 laps. I think some drivers got a puncture around lap 20. But right. Monza is definitely a temple for a one-stop. That is no doubt.
Yeah. Well, here's the question, though. So a Div 1 driver like yourself, The drivers around you pitted around lap 11 on the mediums. You know, these guys are fast, but how good are they at saving their tires and making them last? What do you think? How late can they take these mediums, or how far can they take them?
That is actually a great question, and maybe a question we will go to the chat. Chat, can you please post some comments? What lap do you think the medium runners are going to pit? Dippet says mediums are a no-no. I'm assuming that's because he wants to talk about something that's hard. He's always hard at Monza. Not too sure what he's saying. I can't say it to the viewers. We are trying to keep it above board. Bremer says lap 11 to 13. Thunderball says lap 10. We're getting 10 to 11 from Marzi. We're getting 13 from Sissy Boy, I think it is. Kana says lap 26 on the mediums. Now, if these drivers pit on lap 26 on the mediums, their car would be upside down in the trees, is probably where it would be. Jonah, lap 27, I would expect nothing less from a Div 2 driver. Sorry, chat, sorry. Just so you know, he is a mate of mine. I am allowed to cook him. That is how it works. But let's get our focus back onto the race. We're thinking lap 10 to lap 13 for the medium runners. Now, what sort of advantage is that going to give Cambell Adams? I'm not too sure. As we see, one of the front runners, or the leading pack in Dante, get a 3-second penalty for track limits. But that's what's going to happen when you push the car to the limit, as Fat Cat has made a statement. Now, we've got a car that has gone off. And that is MJ Roller. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. MJ Roller has gone off. He cannot get any traction. We have a safety?
I think so. I think people pitting, and there's a constant in sector 3. Is that a safety car? I don't know.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
VSC, VSC.
We got VSCs. We've got everyone in the pits. There goes everyone's predictions. All the predictions are out the window. If I was a betting man, the dealer wins. Always the dealer wins. And this is unbelievable. We have a loaded pit. Monza is cooling down. The track is cooling down. The temps are dropping as the cars make their way out of the pits. But we've got Cambell Adams that has stayed out with that wing damage on the hards. Flubber is staying out. Plugger is staying out. And Gary Gaza, the snail from SpongeBob SquarePants, on the mediums has stayed out. Now, that is not a decision that I would have made personally, but it's going to make some interesting racing and a little bit of overtaking here.
Oh, yeah. And you know, if you started on the hards, you kind of have to stay out, because there's no way you can take these mediums to the end. I mean, I say there's no way. I didn't know it was possible to even go into the 24s or 25s, excuse me, let alone in the wet. And so I'm going to see a lot of firsts today, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to work on my keyboard here. I'm very technological illiterate. I guess that's the word for it. I'm trying to see what these tires are. Can you show me? Okay, here we go.
We've got the tires on. So the hard runners are on 9-lap-old tires. We've got Gary on the mediums on 9-lap-old mediums, and then the rest of the runners are essentially on fresh tires. Now, it's unlucky for RJ, who pitted 2 laps earlier than the VSC. So the race is just going from bad to worse for the Haas driver, and Jukes, unfortunately, on the hards. But MJ Roller has gone to the pits, and he has retired, which is unfortunate for the new dad here. But MJ, close the game, deep breath, go spend some time with your little one, watch the stream, and come back next week for redemption. That is what needs to happen. Oblivion, it is good to see you in the chat, my friend. We have absolutely missed you. And yeah, Cambell is obviously your GOAT. We know that. If we actually have a look here, we've actually got a DRS break between Jono and Ryan Cox. So this is where Jono needs to really, really take advantage of that situation, while Broadstar is on the back of Ryan Cox. That Ferrari is here with a point to prove. You can almost hear the air tearing apart as they hit top speeds at the end of Sector 2.
Oh, yeah. And it's just the Ferrari, both Ferraris pit during that VSC, and so the cars up front, they're gonna have to pit, and so if there's no safety car, it's just the luck of the draw, and well, that's racing.
You save about 10 seconds going into the pit with safety cars. So what the front runners really need to start taking into consideration is, I need to now make that 10 seconds up. Now, when you start going into that mentality, your sort of tire strategy has to go out the window, and it is just full throttle. That's as simple as that. The fans around Monza, all the Ferrari fans are going to be on their feet as they see Cambell Adams, Flubber and Plugger absolutely push those hard tyres to the limit as we finally see Gary go into the pit. Now, that is going to hurt him. He's going to be pushed down to, well, my math isn't mathing at the moment, but I'm going to say maybe a P15, maybe.
Ugh.
14, 15, around there. Let's have a look to see where Gary comes out. Let's just have a slow B-roll of that Alpine car coming out of the pits. RJ has retired. The Alpine has not. The Alpine is coming out of the pits now, and that is in a P15. I have called it. My math was mathing. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable from the comms. Whew. Wow.
That was good. Oh well, I mean, if you're a betting man, you would have got your money back on that one.
Absolutely, I am a betting man. I'm actually not even an undercover degenerate. I've probably got bets on this race, and if the gambling commission is hearing, that is a joke.
Yes, that is a big joke for the gambling committee. He's not Michael Jordan, if anybody from America gets that reference. Monza is taking it so fast at the Scuderia chicane. I look like he might have got a track limits penalty. I don't know, but the thing about these guys is they're so on the limit, and I think I'm on the limit until you see these guys. Like that tire, how wide it is, they could get that outside on that line, maybe a centimeter without invalidating, and it means everything in a lap time.
Well, around Monza, H-Town, Monza does not forgive mistakes. It magnifies them. If those tyres go literally 1 centimetre over the limit, that is the difference between a clean race and a 3-second penalty, and that is not something that you want here around Monza.
Exactly. And if you make a mistake in the Ferrari, it's 100 times worse because everybody there is here to see you. So it is a lot of pressure on these guys, and it looks like Monza is handling it.
H-Town. H-Town. I need to. There's something monumental that has happened here in the stream. There is something huge. We have 30 viewers watching this Titan race. Thunderballs, thank you so much. I couldn't see that on my end. 30 viewers, thank you so much. We are only 5 weeks old. This is the first Titans race out of a 6-week season. And if the racing is anything to go by tonight, it is going to be unbelievable. Oblivion, you've just cashed out your bet. That is not the type of behavior that I would expect from a degenerate. You know the rules. You never, ever cash out, ever. Ever. H-Town, please, I've got to let you take it. I'm so disappointed in Oblivion right now. I need a break.
Oh yeah, you know, you only lose if you cash out. If you never cash out, you never lose. Just like a test. I can't fail a test that I never take. Oh my God, look at this turn 1 right now. They're about to go 3 wide, and the Ferrari is sticking behind them. These guys are starting to take the gloves off now, and I'm getting a little nervous. But here we go. They are going too wide here in. Oh my gosh.
Oh God, that is beautiful.
Oh, you know,
that is beautiful.
It's so almost cringe because you think they're gonna hit and they get so close to each other, but they have that racing respect, and that's what a lot of drivers need to learn and take notes, because you don't have to go for the move every time. You can still, you know, a lot of racers that what I've realized in a lot of different leagues is the situational awareness. And watching these guys race, I've learned so much already. It's only lap 14. You know, it's all about patience. And so, you know, now we have. Go ahead.
No, keep going. I was just going to say, like, we can see here now, Ryan Cox has made the move on Jono. Jono staying within DRS. Now, the dirty air, and this is from an undisclosed source, but being in the dirty air actually allows you to save your tires. So, it's going to be interesting to see. They're 4 laps old. We've got 12 to go. They should be able to get these to the end, but it's really going to help the drivers like Jono, Broadstar, Fat Cat, and Will Sparks. I don't know what Cox is going to do here. Are they just going to keep chopping and changing DRS? We are going to see Jono go onto the inside of the Alpine, coming into turn 1. He then tucks back into the dirty air and behind the pink machine in the Alpine of Ryan Cox. It is just beautiful, patient racing. Beautiful, patient racing.
I want to know who told you that staying in the dirty air saves your tires.
It's an undisclosed. It is e-sport classified information. No, it was Ryan Cox. Ryan Cox told me. I was in a VC with him. It was Ryan Cox. I'm throwing him under the bus. I don't give a. I had to stop myself. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, viewers. I had to stop myself real quick. Ranieri has just ripped the handbrake on himself, but it was Ryan Cox that told me that. So if anyone is wrong, it is not me. It was Ryan Cox. And speaking of the man, we're going to jump on board Ryan Cox as he is currently leading the top pack. Wicked Moist, another 3 second. That is unfortunate. We are going to have a look at the penalties here. We've got Wigged with 6, Lockie with 9. That's just going to hurt so much for the Aston Martin drivers, so much.
So right now, Ryan Cox is sitting at a net P1, Jono at P2, and Broadstuff P3. So these guys here are just trying to get to the last 3 to 4 laps, I bet, and then that's when you're going to see the dive bombs, the craziest passes, the real skill actually come out, because these guys are so patient and so calculated, and I've said that so much, but it's just so amazing because maybe it's crazy to think, how long do I have to practice to get to this level? And I probably won't even be able to get up from my Formula 1 chair, actually, because I'd be that old.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, I get it. Sometimes age plays a factor. Sometimes how much time you can practice plays a factor. I know me personally, there is not a chance in hell I would have the reflexes and the ability to get to this type of level. I know my place on this grid, and it is right at the bottom. But speaking of the bottom, we are going to go down to Plugger, because Plugger has pitted for the mediums. He is now 1.5 seconds behind Juke, so he's going to push those mediums. I think that he has 5 laps to get to Juke's, Gary, and Tyrone, because the hard runners are going to try and get this to the end. Flubber's going to be pitting, I would say, this lap or the following. And we've got Cambell Adams that will probably be pitting this lap or the following. Or will he do something audacious and go for 20 laps and then put the mediums on? I'm not too sure. But now we've got Coxie and Jono that have taken Flubber. Flubber, is he coming into the pits? Let's jump on board with Flubber and see what he's doing. He's hugging that line real tight to the right, into the pits. Please don't speed. Hit the brake. And there is no 10-second speeding penalty as that kick salver is going into the pits. We're going to get a bit of a B-roll as the pit crew is getting ready. Their hearts are racing. They know that every second counts for the pit crew. He's going to pull in. The tyres are coming off. The fresh mediums are getting put on. And he's out. That is a phenomenal stop from the kick pit crew here. Let's have a look as Lockie has taken Flubber. Tyrone has taken Flubber. Will Gary take Flubber? No. Yes. It's tight. It's not. Gary has taken Flubber as well. So Flubber on the fresh mediums has a bit of work to do. And Plugger has actually made the move on Jukes, which happened a little bit earlier than I thought. Let's make our way to the top, because we've got Ryan Cox, who's 13 seconds behind Cambell Adams, but he is chasing. He is gaining. There, you can actually physically see the air move and break around that Alpine car as he goes around Ascari into 5th, using every single part of the track. Not a curb wasn't touched, not a white line wasn't, well, I was going to say sniffed, but I don't think that was going to work. Maybe it does. If you're over 18, you know what I mean in the chat. Sniffing the white lines from the Alpine is something that he might want to do. But let's move our way down to Jono, because he's still in DRS, but unfortunately Fat Cat is not. H-Town, take it.
Well, Broadstone, while you were talking about Flubber going to the pits, Broadstone was passed by Fat Cat. And so here comes Cambell Adams going into the pits. So now we actually have the true grid how it sits now. Oh, and Broadstone just passed Fat Cat. Come on, Ferrari, let's go. What Broadstone needs to do right now is catch back up to Jono and Ryan Cox. He does not want to lose that DRS. He does not want to get too far behind, because he will get eaten up by that DRS and Fat Cat and Will Sparks, because and all these guys are so close. He might drop down to a P6 if all these guys get the DRS on him. But he is gaining. He is gaining through this middle sector. And actually, as soon as I say that, he loses time. And so I'm not going to talk anymore through this middle sector anymore. I'm just going and take it away from me.
It's all right. It's all right. So this is what we want to see. Oh my God, Broadstar just got in a 3 second, which is not what the Ferrari team wanted. The engineer is in his ear at this point in time, just screaming, telling him to calm down. If you need to drop a gear going around the corners here at Monza, so be it. But another penalty is not what the Ferrari man needs. But we are on board with Cambell Adams. It doesn't look like he changed his wing. Nope. That end plate is still missing. He's on the fresh mediums. He's in 8th. He's 3.5 seconds behind Toddy and gaining. Does Cambell Adams win this race? Chat, I need to know. I need to know if Cambell Adams is going to win this race. And if he doesn't, will he make a podium? Let's get that chat going. I want to see all the comments. Mousy says no, he won't. Is anyone else going to rebuttal Mousy? I've got absolutely no idea.
I agree with Marzi.
Yep, Mousy says no. Jonah says no one on track is soft. If I was on track, I'd be soft at this point in time. Kana says yes, he will. This is unbelievable. Oblivion says he's going to go full send. Mousy says he's going to catch it easy. I've got absolutely no idea, but let's see what Cambell does because Toddy is the first obstacle.
If Cambell Adams pulls this out, I don't know what to say. I wouldn't even know what to do. I just take the rig, take the easy. I'm done. That's it. Like, and I would be that serious on that. I'm done. There's no way I could ever catch up to that. No way.
Yeah, I agree.
But also with the 3-second penalty really hurts his race right now.
Yeah.
Because that really puts him all the way down to P8, right back to Cambell Adams. And so, now what he needs to do is we need to put our head down and just push, baby, push.
But this is just helping Cambell. Like, we've got Toddy with a 3-second, we've got Dante with a 3-second, and we've got Brodstar with a 3-second. And this is just helping Cambell. Let's go on to gap to leader. We've got the battle is Ryan Cox and Jono. We know that is probably going to be our final lap. Cambell Adams has just done a 20.5. He is out here with a point to prove, but he's 7.5 seconds behind the leader, and we will check back to that time as the end of this lap to see exactly how much time he is gaining here, H-Town.
So let me get this straight. The people that are saying that Cambell Adams is going to win, so he's going to pass. It's Toddy, Dante, Will Sparks, Fat Cat, Broadstuff, catch up to 4 seconds to Jono and Ryan Cox, all in 8 laps. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Well, look, it's audacious for drivers like us. We would never be able to do that, right? But I've heard along the grapevine, right? Now, I don't know too much about a Mr. Adams. You know what I mean? I haven't done too much research in the drivers. If I had to pick my boy here is Jono. You know, he was in the Ferrari team in another league. I've engineered him a couple times. He's a great guy. He helped us out with comms. So I hope that Jono gets the win. But if Cambell Adams can somehow get a podium here, I think that is as good as a win here at Monza.
No, it's not. It's not the same. You can't do that. You can't do
Mate,
that.
I know, but it would be a drive and a half. It really would be.
You know, call me crazy, but especially here at Monza, and I'm racing for Ferrari tomorrow, I would actually be more upset if I got a 2nd or a 3rd than if I got a 19th. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
I understand. As a Ferrari driver, you need to be first here. And I honestly thought that Brodstar had it, but the 3 seconds just hurt him. But the thing is, mentality is everything, H-Town. Just because you got that 3 second does not mean that you don't stop pushing. You've got Dante behind you. You've got Will Sparks behind you. You've got Cambell behind you now. And Fat Cat is leading the DRS train. So there are a lot of factors here that you need to take into consideration as Flubber has just made the move on Tyrone, and Tyrone has made the move on Lockie as well. Lockie is just about out of battery trying to fight Tyrone. Tyrone, Lockie, they're going to go side by side. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. The McLaren and the Aston Martin have made contact, but Lockie has come out ahead. Is there damage? I'm not sure. Are there egos that have been hit? I'm not sure. Is there passion? 100% H-Town, 100%.
Oh my gosh. And then we go back up to the front, and these guys are like in a pack of 5 right now, just so close, bumper to bumper. Reminds me of Houston traffic, but this actually looks a lot better than Houston traffic. Oh my gosh. What a race. You know, what a race. We have, what is this? I can't even do maths right now because I'm stuck with these cars.
Don't worry about the math. Don't worry about the math, my friend.
I can't even do it, but it's just been such good racing. But right now, the penalties behind Broadster, Dante and Cambell Adams have a 3 seconds, so he might be okay right now. He might just be okay.
Cambell Adams got a 3 second. Okay, all right. Well, that's just going to open the door for Will Sparks. And a man that I want to talk about, Fat Cat Batman. Now, I've never seen a Batman that is a cat, but I've definitely seen a fat cat. And this fat cat is up 10 spots from where he started on lap 22 in Monza. Do you understand, chat, how hard that is?
No. Hard. To me, that's impossible. The fact that we're even talking about this is crazy. But hey, if it's possible, it would be one of these guys to pull it off. So.
Oh my God, H-Town, we're
Oh
degenerates.
my God. Oh my God.
Oh,
Somebody
Lucky.
just tried to send it. Was that Lucky into a Ascari? That tried to send it right there?
Lockie's gone. I'm not sure what has happened to Lockie, but Lockie is gone. That will be something for the stewards to review, no doubt. But he might have just binned it himself. I know. Oh, and we've got Will Sparks, the man that had no penalties, decided to gain 10 at lap 23. That hurts. That hurts. This is looking like a Cox, Jono, and Fat Cat podium, but we've got 4 laps to go. We know what the grid looks like. We've got Dante. We've got Broadstar, Fat Cat, Dante, Campbell, Sparksy, Apollo, Flubber, Tyrone, Gary, Toddy, Plugger, Wigged, and Jooks, rounding out from 3 to 15. But the battle is for the top. Meowsy Gaming has just gambled all of his channel points on Coxie winning. Is Jono going to win this?
I'm going to match him.
He's going to match him.
Points on Jono.
We've got the channel points. Here it is.
I'm feeling spicy today. How do I do this? I'm feeling spicy today.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do. Oh, yeah. Here it goes. I think I got it. Maybe I don't. Thunder, help me out here. Tell me how to do it. I brought you this race. It's too good.
We're returning the points. We're returning the channel points. Look, I'm not 100% sure why, but from the conversations that I've had with Thunder, we are not about money here at RMPT. We don't want channel points. You know, subs are great. That's like, we super appreciate it, but that's not what we're about. We're about good, clean racing. We're about passion, and that is what we're about here. But we are going to stay on board.
Channel points come from actually just watching the race.
Oh, do they? I'm so sorry. I've got really no idea. I was just making it up. But Meowsy wants to gamble. Meowsy, come into VC at the end of this. We are going to be jumping on SportsFet. We are going to look at some horses for tomorrow, my friend. I've got some tips. I'm having a gamble with you. Jonah, we can gamble. Let's all gamble together. Let's all get a degenerate VC going. We're going to have a punt, but the punt at this moment is between Jono and Ryan Cox. There are 3 laps to go here at Monza. Will Coxie do it? Will the McLaren of Jono do it? I'm not 100% sure, but I am excited, as Big Kev would say. This is unbelievable racing.
Oh my goodness!
It's unbelievable.
My heart rate. I'm gonna test my heart rate after this race, and I'm gonna post it in the chat. This is about to pop out of my chest. I am so excited about this race. It is from start to finish. Apollo Pepsi is actually catching up to this pack right now. Oh, let's go Ferrari. Come on Apollo. Come on AP. Let's do this.
Oh, let's jump on board with a Mr. AP. We're going to get a bit of a cockpit view, a bit of an onboard camera. That Ferrari, it's bleeding red. The Shell, the HP, and the IBM are being represented by the pace of this Ferrari as he's coming down the main straight. He's burning his battery. He's trying to get into the DRS of Will Sparks. Not that it matters too much because there are penalties above him, and Will Sparks has a 10-second penalty. Let's see what Apollo does coming into turn 1 and 2. Let's take a particular note of the braking and throttle control of these Titans. The throttle is getting bled. It is only going full speed at the end of the corner. The throttle is not even getting touched on the apex. That is how slippery this Ferrari is being at lap 25 on those hard tyres. At this point in time, the tyres are screaming more than I am as Jooks goes in for softs to potentially go for the fastest lap. But let's have a look to see what the top of the grid is doing. We are staying on Coxie. We are staying on Jono. The battery is being managed by the Alpine driver. The battery is being managed by the McLaren driver. The dirty air is only helping the tyres. I would be so interested to see the tyre wear between the two. But we are coming down Sector 3 as we go into Parabolic at the start. The second last lap of Monza. The crowd is starting to turn into a sea of red. They are getting excited as the Alpine is making his way across the start-finish line. The McLaren makes his way across the start-finish line. H-Town, take us for the second last lap. I will take you for the last, and then we will be doing interviews.
Perfect. So this Alpine, of Ryan Cox, is McLaren of Jono. They've just been working together to pull this gap from Fat Cat. Now, these last 2 laps, the gloves are off. They are going to be throwing haymakers. And I wish I had a boxing reference, but I can't think of one right now. But this is it right here. But then you have this battle here from 4th all the way down to 8th. There's 5 cars. Oh my God! Look at Rainier, put it on these 5 cars
It's
right
on.
now.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on Will Sparks
Going
right
up
now.
These
Oh,
guys
this is
are going
unbelievable.
The gloves are off. Look at this Bronsta staying in front. Bronsta with the elbows out, baby. You got to represent that red Ferrari. Apollo Pepsi AP has caught up. There's too much action going on right now. And Ranieri took my secret and gave it to y'all. I've been writing down where the braking points are and where the throttle points are, and he just gave y'all some gold. Thank you, Ranieri, for making my day harder tomorrow. I thought I had an advantage now.
That is what I'm here for. I will be watching this race back. I will be studying their throttle inputs. I'll be studying their braking. But most of all, I'll be studying their courage as the pack goes through Ascari here. Fat Cat, Dante, Campbell, Will Sparks, and Apollo make an absolute pack. This is the time where Twitch need to give us dual streams because we've got Jono and Coxie starting their final lap. Deep breath, chat. It's about to go down.
Jono's making a move, I think. Oh, no, he made a fake move like you were mentioning at the very beginning. It's all calculated. These guys here, they're not just going to send it down on the inside on the last lap, but this is for the win right now. None of these guys have penalties. Brosa in 3rd is 13 seconds back. I think we just keep it right here and see who's going to finish first right now.
We're keeping it right here.
Oh my goodness.
We're keeping it right here. This is unbelievable. Jono is half a second away at the Temple of Speed. Only the brave can find a solution. Does Jono have it? Ryan Cox is currently leading as they're going around the last I don't know what that's called, but the final DRS straight before Ascari. Here we go. The crowd is on their feet. Chat is going off. This is unbelievable. Will Ryan Cox write another chapter into Monza history, or will Jono take the book away from him? We are on board with Jono. We are going to go on board here. He's 3/10. He's burning. There's not enough battery. Coxie has the battery. Coxie's taking it on the inside. Jono is trying. Coxie is prevailing. The crowd is on their feet. Monza has written the Alpine driver into history. Ryan Cox, take a bow. Jono into 2nd, and Broadstar is going to probably cross the line in 3rd. Will he take 3rd? Cambell Adams is doing everything he can, but let's have a look to see what happens here. Broadstar onto the podium. Campbell, no, Fat Cat takes it because of the penalties. We've got Coxie, Jono, and Fat Cat podium here. Broadstar into 4th, Cambell Adams into 5th, Dante 6th, Apollo 7th, Toddy, Flubber 8th, Toddy 9th, Will Sparks in 10th due to the 10-second penalty. Tyrone is going to cross the line. Gary, Wigged, Plugger, and Jukes are rounding off our grid. That was something else, H-Town. That was something else.
My heart just fell out of my chest right now. I really thought a Ferrari was going to be on the podium right there, and then Fat Cat took it away from me. Oh,
wow.
Man. But can I just bring attention to something? The persistence and the confidence to stay on the track with Jukes on these drivers, because I think Jukes is Div 1.
Yeah.
And to come in reserve and just have the mindset to just put the laps in and try to stay with these guys and just not get a I don't know what his confidence shot. I don't even have that in my vocabulary, so I can't even say it. But man, what a mindset from Jukes. I really got to give him props on that.
That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Now, our driver of the day, I'm not too sure because I was communicating. Obviously, Fat Cat as the driver of the day. Ryan Cox is the winner. Fastest lap has been held by Cambell Adams. Flubber with the most overtakes, and Ryan Cox as the cleanest driver. Whew. Wowee. Unbelievable.
I'm catching my breath for a second.
Yep. We're just going to go to race director. You take it away. You take it away.
I was standing the whole race.
Oh, mate, I've gotten up and down and out of my seat that many times. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
So I've gotten a message from my fiance, and there's a lot of explicit words, but really, well, if I could just sum it up, it is be quiet. But I couldn't, because this race was so action-packed. I mean, could you imagine if real Formula 1 was like that?
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I want to get my heart rate monitor and see what it is right now.
You let me know. You let me
But
know, mate.
but rounding out your top, I guess we're just gonna go through the whole thing. Ryan Cox with the Alpine #1, Jono, then Fat Cat, then Rosto with the Ferrari, Cambell Adams with 3 second penalty. Oh, it took it away from me. But there goes your Titan race. And wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ranieri, if you could sum up this race with one word, what would it be?
Cardiac arrest. I know
That's
you
2
said
words,
one
maybe, but
word,
it's
but
okay.
that is two, baby.
That's
But
2 words.
that is what we're gonna have to do. Wow,
Oh my goodness.
that was unbelievable.
Well, we have some drivers in the comments box from what I hear.
Do
Who
we?
do we have in here? Let's see. I did hear it. I did hear it.
All right,
Who do we have in here?
let's go to the comms box. Just
Oh,
give
I
me
think we
one
got,
sec.
Ryan. Oh, we got all of them. We got Fat Cat. We got Ryan Cox and Jono. Who would you like to start with?
Well, we're starting with Mr. Fat Cat in P3. Fat Cat, how are you, sir?
I am very good. Yes.
That was a race for the ages, if I'm being honest. Tell me, it was pure chaos out there, right? You're going down the main straight on the final lap, or you're just taking the parabolica. It's a final lap. You know you're going to get third. You started P13. How were you feeling?
I know there's some pens that are removable, so I'm not too over the moon, but from P13, honestly, I'll take that. That was massive.
That was honestly huge, mate. That was honestly huge. Now, when you qualified P13, what were you thinking from a strategy perspective? Was there anything that you were going to do differently, or did you just sort of trust your abilities and your race pace?
I just thought I'd trust, and I'd see whatever happened in their race. Got lucky with the VSC because I was going to box that lap anyway for the undercut. So
Beautiful, mate. H-Town, any questions that you've got?
I have so many questions, but we don't have all the time for that. What I want to know is on your mediums, what percentage of tire wear did you have by lap 11?
you mean lap 9 or on my hards?
Oh, did you start on hards? Yeah, on your
No,
hards.
I started on mediums and I went
So
to
when you
lap
hit,
9.
what was the percentage of tire wear?
I think it was 85. I think.
Oh my God.
Wow, you made that look easy.
That doesn't.
Well,
And to think, Ranieri, when we're watching these guys go through Ascari, how fast they were going, and it's 85% tire wear. And one more question for you, Fat Cat, is what do you think of the racing around you compared to, other races that you've done?
I thought it was good. I had a lot of fun. Other people might not say the same. I mean, I saw someone try and deliberately cause a safety car at the end, but I just thought it was funny.
oh.
Yeah, well, some people.
Well,
I
that's
didn't- I-
something
I
that
didn't-
maybe you can bring into my DMs. That would be lovely, Mr. Fat Cat. But thank you so much for getting onto the podium and joining us for the interview. But we are now going to move on to my man crush, really, and that's Jono.
Yo, what's up?
What's happening, my man?
Yo, I'm going good.
You and Mr. Cox swapping posies. It was pretty much your race the whole time. There were some other drivers that were trying to make a bit of a statement, but they may have got caught up with some penalties or got caught up around the other parts of the pack. So towards the end, it was just you and Cox. Tell me about your final lap. What were you thinking? Did you think that you could get him?
Probably not because of my engine temp. It was like I was trying to maintain it as best I could. I don't know if you caught it on stream, but Ryan, I tried to get clean air. He kept coming over, and I didn't like that, so I had to keep moving, try to get that clean air on my wings so I can at least cool down the engine. But no, I tried at turn 1, but it would have been a dive bomb. So I kind of didn't want to race like that, especially if I'm like 2/10 back still. So it was gonna be audacious. So I just kind of sat behind, and I don't know, kind of hoped that Ryan would maybe cook his tires a little bit more in the sector 2, end of sector 2. So that didn't happen. So I was fun. It was fun.
It was great to watch. Now, before I send you over to H-Town, I know that you have a great sense of humor. It's a bit of a Pepsi or Coke. You love the random questions. So
Yeah.
I've got one for you. You've just survived, what is it, 27 laps, 29 laps at Monza?
27.
27. We're going to go with 27. What's the one thing you're craving right now, mate? Is it a Pepsi? Is it a Coke? Is it a slice of pizza? Is it a hug from the fans? What is it?
I'm craving my bedtime.
Ah, yes. Well,
I
warm
need
it
to
up.
go to sleep. I'm tired.
Yeah, bro. I get it. You would have had a hard day at work, man. You did us real proud with the comms last night. And just publicly, I want to say thank you for that, obviously. You're an absolute
You're
treasure to
very
have
welcome.
here. So from me, thank you so much. H-Town, any questions from the man, the myth, the legend that is Jono?
Yes, I actually do. And I kind of want to bring Ryan into this question because
Oh.
like these guys are bringing up points I'm not even thinking of during a race. So you're looking at your engine temperature. I don't even know how to look at my engine temperature during a race. Number two is Ryan when he said right now you're swerving and like trying to get out of your dirty air. Are you thinking to keep his engine hot and to keep his tires hot?
Yes,
Is
he
that what you're
was.
doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, that was particularly what I was doing because, like, I from my point of view, in the first stint, it was impossible to overtake him because my engine's on 145 degrees. So I just have no straight line speed. So even with DRS, I'm just not gaining on him. So when we started the second stint and I had an opportunity to take the lead, I was thinking about the end of the race and whether I wanted to be the car behind or the car in front. And with the engine temp that I was suffering earlier, I'm like, I just don't even think I'm going to be able to overtake him come the end. So I chose to take the lead early and try and keep his engine hot so that come the end of the race, he just had no chance of overtaking. And so yes, I was swerving intentionally in front of him to keep him in the dirty air.
Well, that is a
You know what
perfect
I've
segment.
realized?
Sorry, go H-Town, go.
These guys are playing chess. I haven't even opened up the box of checkers yet. This is ridiculous.
It's so true. It's so true,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
It's so true. But
I'm not even thinking about that.
Jono, thank you.
Yeah.
You're a gentleman as always.
Jono, thank
Go
you.
enjoy. That was a hell of a race to commentate. If you have some time, listen back because I'm pretty sure I went into cardiac arrest about 4 times. So you can DM me the exact points where you think I almost had a heart attack.
Yes. And before Jono leaves, since Jono did cover for me for comms yesterday. I have a special message from my drivers to you. You're gonna get a meet and greet. You're gonna tour the factory, and you might get front row. You might get paddock passes to the next race that Ferrari hosts. So
Oh my god. Yes, thank you
yeah,
so
you'll have a
much.
special package coming your way.
That is
Thank you so
unbelievable.
much. That's my dream. That's my dream, bro.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jono.
you're gonna meet China in F7.
That is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
you,
so
Jono.
much.
Mr.
Thanks.
Cox. Mr. Cox. Are you still there?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm still here. I didn't know that was my cue to talk.
Oh, no, that's all right, mate. I have a feeling.
He just drives.
I've just got an inkling, Mr. Cox. Just an inkling that you and I are going to be talking a fair bit over the next 6 weeks. Just a little something,
Yeah,
something.
I'd hope so.
Mate,
That'd be nice.
You were absolutely flying, right? Now, be honest with me. Did you leave anything for the rest of the grid, or was this just like a personal time trial for you, my friend?
Honestly, Jono kept me honest, and I was pretty impressed with how quick he was. I wasn't actually 100% confident at the end of the race there that he wouldn't be able to mount some sort of challenge.
You kept giving me dirty air, blah 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 blah.
He's still here. He's still here. You can't talk about him. He's ready to defend his title.
I mean, the play there is to sit behind and save tires, and then have the offset at the end of the race to overtake. But yeah, with the dirty air that I was copying and how hot my engine was, and how slow I was in a straight line, I was like, oh, I've got a lead. And obviously we pitted on lap 9 because of the virtual safety car, and I really would have preferred to sit behind and save tires. So I crossed the line on like 87% or something because I had to lead the whole second stint. So obviously sitting behind a car saves heaps of tires. So I was worried that he'd have heaps of offset, and because he's sitting so far back that I wasn't heating his engine as much. And then luckily had the pace in the tank to make sure that didn't happen. Impressed with him. He had a great race.
I did mention on stream that you were the one. Well, I was trying to keep you anonymous, but you were the one that taught me that dirty air is actually how you save your tires. So I got to use that little tactic last night in my race, and it helped me quite a lot. So thank you for that. Now, I've got one more question, and it's a cheeky question. So, because, I can ask you about the race, and I can ask you all the boring stuff, and we know how this goes. The whole Tifosi's going wild, right? The celebrations are going nuts. Everything's going nuts. Did you practice any Italian for the end of this race, or you got a little something you want to give us, or do you know any Italian at all?
Only stuff that Seb has said at some point in his career. So nothing that I want to reel out now.
That's fair. That's fair, mate. Well, thank you so much. H-Town, do you have any questions before we let Mr. Cox go?
Do I have any questions? How many am I allowed to ask right now?
You got one,
I have
and then we're closing
you
off the
want,
stream.
Oh my goodness. How many channel points do you charge to do a one-on-one session? No, I'm playing. What is the strategy? Like when you're racing, are you messing with the diff at all in your brake biases as the race goes on?
No, not really. Just drive.
So simple. So simple.
They make it sound so easy, but yet it's just so hard
Sometimes there's a little bit of bias if a track's got corners where the rear does want to get loose, push it forward one or two for that specific corner. But honestly, I just don't touch it. I'm sure there's probably people that do, and it probably helps them. But not something that I ever want to complicate myself with doing.
For sure. And one more thing, Ryan. This guy threw you under the bus quick. It wasn't like we held the gun to his head. It was a pretty quick throw under the bus. So I want you to know that. No, I'm playing. But what a great race. It was amazing. Me and Ranieri were more fans than commentators today. It was just what a great race, Ranieri.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Ryan, thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure having you at RMPT and getting your input. It was actually your idea about Parc Ferme and giving you guys a little something different. So thank you so much for that. Have a great night. To the watchers, listeners, chat, and everyone in between, thank you so much for tuning in. We have Div 2 tomorrow night, which is going to be fantastic, and it is a 6-week season. There will be winners, there will be prizes, there will be awards, and it is going to be absolutely tantalizing. So from myself and H-Town, thank you so much. We're ending it here. Have a great night and enjoy.
Bueno said.